Hello, all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and we are live through Vertical Live for yet another wrestling live stream. Thank you all so much for joining me, for making me a part of your day. You know how this works. We up here to feed the algorithm gods, to make sure your boy stays relevant and up to date, but also to give you my thoughts on some wrestling news. Now, this particular broadcast is going to focus on two potential returns. One that was somewhat debunked almost immediately, and one that is very possible and I think is actually going to happen. Not saying neither one of these can't happen. Always remember, never say never when it comes to professional wrestling. If it's possible, more than likely, it will happen. Now, I want to get right to it without wasting any of your time. Fans are buzzing. They going crazy for two names that were mentioned by Wrestlevotes. Wrestlevotes is a very noteworthy source for wrestling news, wrestling media. They mentioned that the WWE is showing massive interest in bringing back Brock Lesnar, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, and of course, the wife of the best in the world, CM Punk, AJ Lee. Two names that I think we all kind of suspected that eventually Brock Lesnar would be brought back up in the media because he is someone that is ingrained in the history of WWE. But AJ Lee, let's be real. The moment CM Punk returned last year at Survivor Series, I can't be the only person that thought about, well, now that Punk is back, there's a big chance AJ Lee will be back. We never thought she would be back immediately, but the doors are open, and she has been mentioned a lot during the feud with Drew McIntyre. When you bring up their name, you have to think the WWE is at least thinking about you. I'm pretty sure Triple H has reached out. Man, you know what? Ari Emanuel, Nick Khan, Stephanie, maybe even Punk himself. I'm 100% certain people are reaching out to AJ more often than not to get her to come back. And so I want to get your thoughts on, do you think both of these names will return? Do you think one of the two will return? Do you believe neither one will return? Give me your thoughts on who you would like to see return, your viewpoints, and all that. And I'll get to your thoughts on this at the end of the stream. But let's get some wrestling news here. I have some updates. I have some details. I'll give you my opinions, my viewpoints. Some of it's controversial, some of it not really. And then I'll get to your thoughts at the end of the stream. So I saw Brock Lesnar trending almost as soon as I woke up and checked out Twitter. Everybody was posting about it. Everybody was buzzing about it. The Beast is coming back. Oh my God. Think about all the dream matches. Think about all the things that he could be doing, right? I'm not going to lie to you. Even when the buzz was happening, there was a side of me that went, I don't see it happening, y'all. I don't see it happening. Not because I don't want it to happen, but he's currently involved in a huge, damning lawsuit between Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant about, SA and the R word and all that stuff. There's no way even if they wanted to bring him back, which I do believe the WWE has an interest, wants to desperately bring Brock Lesnar back. I 100% believe that. But there's no way that they're going to bring back anything associated with Vince McMahon. They're just not. And they shouldn't, because that's business suicide. It is. That man is toxic. So until that gets resolved, you can forget about anything involving Brock Lesnar happening on TV. And not too long after I thought that, Fightful Select released a report. So this comes from the desk of Sean Ross Sapp, who says the following. First off, he says, rumors emerged on October 15th, yesterday, that Brock Lesnar and WWE had been in talks and the company was considering bringing him back. Well, as of today, that was denied within the company on a high level, with one source saying there are zero creative plans in place to bring back Brock Lesnar. And if conversations have occurred, we've not been briefed on that. Period. Like I said, first off, let's get something straight. If WWE was bringing him back, they wouldn't tell Fightful Select. They didn't tell Fightful Select about bringing back CM Punk. They're not going to tell Fightful Select or any kind of news outlet if they're bringing in a surprise. Guys, understand this. Triple H is smart. Triple H, Nick Khan, Ari Emanuel, they are very much aware of who these people are. So they'll give them at least breadcrumbs, some type of breadcrumb to chew on. But they're never going to just reveal outright, yeah, this guy's coming back. So keep that in mind. But even then, common sense should prevail here. As long as this Vince McMahon lawsuit is a deal and it's basically permeating everything involving Brock Lesnar, forget about him coming back. Forget about it. Also, can we be real? Can I just be straightforward with you about Brock Lesnar for 2 seconds? And this is going to get me heat, and it's okay. Even if, and thank you for that donation, sir, the sounds of the S-Town 1? The sounds of the S-Town 1, I think. Well, thank you so much for that. What is that? $1.99? $1.99 donation. I appreciate that. But let's be real. Even if they were to bring back Brock Lesnar, where does he fit in the grand scheme of things? Where does Brock Lesnar fit into the big picture in WWE these days? Do you see him winning a championship? Any type of championship? Not me. Do you see him main eventing WrestleMania? I don't. Any type of dream match? There's plenty of matches that I would pay good money to see, but a dream match with Brock Lesnar right now? Not that I can come up with. So where does Brock Lesnar fit in the grand scheme of things? Honestly, if he does return, the only role I could picture him in is simply being there to put over talent, a la Goldberg. Like if Goldberg was to come back and fight Gunther, you know he's just coming back to put over Gunther, which is what he should be doing. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. If they brought back Brock Lesnar, put him in a role to put over talent, like Braun Breaker, like Gunther, we got to get that match. Like a Bronson Reed, like Obafemi, from NXT? Hell yeah. Ilya Dragunov, Jacob Fatu. Yeah, I'd be game for that. Now, we would have him beat certain people, of course. If I was to bring back Brock Lesnar, the first feud I would put him in is against Dominic Mysterio. Simply just to have him absolutely destroy Dominic. And you know what? Let's just say Brock was to return at the Royal Rumble. I would have Dominic Mysterio eliminate Brock Lesnar. And I would have Brock Lesnar completely make his life a living hell, terrorize him up until WrestleMania where he destroys him. You got to tell that story. You got to tell that story to make Brock look like an absolute murder beast. And Dominic would put that over like $1 million. And you know that's true. You cannot pass up an opportunity to do Brock and Dom. So I would give him those kinds of feuds when you bring him back. You can also do him and Kofi Kingston. We got to revisit that. I would be sorely disappointed if Brock Lesnar retires and we never revisit him and Kofi. Kofi doesn't even need to beat him. He just needs to survive. If he can survive Brock Lesnar for a good 20, well, not even 20, 10 to 15 minutes, 10 to 20 minutes, and then afterwards Brock shakes his hand, that completely absolves that atrocity of an 8-second match they had on the premier Fox SmackDown in 2019. You can also have him fight other upcoming talent just to make them look good. An LA Knight would be great. Carmelo Hayes would be wonderful. Andrade would be wonderful. Sheamus. We've never gotten Brock and Sheamus. That would be a crazy, again, a match that Brock would win, but a crazy feud to do. To really establish Sheamus as like one of the most popular brawlers in professional wrestling history. But then when he's all done winning his matches, I'm sorry, it's time to establish the future. You put Brock against Bronson Reed, guess who's going over? Sorry, it ain't gonna be Brock. It's Bronson. He better go over. You put Brock against Gunther, guess who's going over? Gunther. You better put him over. If you dare even think about putting Brock against Braun Breaker and Braun isn't going over, I will be sorely upset with WWE. And you know what? This is also going to piss y'all off. If you put Brock against Ilya Dragunov and Ilya Dragunov does not go over, I will be sorely disappointed and upset with WWE. Now, I don't think we've done Kevin Owens versus Brock Lesnar. That one can go either way. I'm leaning towards having Kevin go over in that one. At the same time, I think Kevin will be fine if he lost to Brock. Because I think about where Kevin is at his point of his career. He's not going to be around for much longer. So if you want to have Brock beat him, sure. We don't even know if he's going to stay because his contract is expiring at the end of the year. Kevin could leave and go to AEW and be Kevin Steen. So we don't even know about him. I'm assuming he resigns. When he does resign and they bring back Brock, they do Kevin Owens and Brock Lesnar. We'll have to see where he is in terms of a character. If he's not that important, screw it. Have Brock beat him. You got to have Brock beat somebody. If you're going to bring in Brock as a monster, he's got to beat somebody. He can't lose all his matches. That was Chris Jericho's problem. Remember that? Who remembers when Chris Jericho was coming in and losing to everybody for no goddamn reason? That was dumb. You had Chris Jericho come in just to lose to people. He lost to Fandango for what? For nothing. It didn't even get him over. So you can have these people come in just to lose, but you got to make sure they maintain some star power. You get what I mean? So, again, never say never. We're not the ones behind scenes. Maybe they found something out about Brock that absolves him. Maybe that's one of the things that we won't know about until we see it. But someone just said Brock Lesnar and Logan Paul. Yeah, so I could see him kill Logan Paul? Sure. Matter of fact, that sounds like a great idea. But that's the only reason I would do Brock and Logan. Just to see Brock kill Logan Paul. Actually, that sounds a lot better than Brock killing Dom. I would pay good money to see Brock absolutely destroy Logan Paul. Tell you what, let me sit on that one. Let's just say when Logan Paul's contract is expiring, that's how we send him off. I like that. Pikachu Black, we're going to write that one down. But yeah, like, that's it for Brock. And then when he's done putting over the talent that need to be put over, retire. Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame. He better be in the Hall of Fame. But no, I'm not giving no championships to no Brock Lesnar. AJ Styles will probably be someone I give a championship to before he retires. I'll do that first before I give anything to Brock. Brock, you are here to be a beast, run through people, and put over young talent. That's it. So if that's not something they want to do with Brock, or that's not something he's interested in, why bring him back? I'm sorry. I'm sick and tired of seeing Brock main event WrestleMania. I'm sick and tired seeing Brock be a part-time champion. I'm sick and tired of seeing Paul Heyman with Brock Lesnar. I'm sick and tired of seeing anything that was done with Brock from 2012 to what? 2020 when he lost to Drew McIntyre? If that's what you want, ladies and gentlemen, I'll pass. I'll pass. That's not what I want to see. So y'all let me know what you want to see with Brock. By the way, I have 142 people watching me live. Hello, how are you doing? Do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, your edit help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can also buy a t-shirt. You can follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Everything's down below in the description. Let's take this time, ladies and gentlemen, to say hi to the sponsors, to the partners of this live stream, SeatGeek. If you are somebody that's looking for a leg up on ticket purchases, let's say you're trying to get a ticket for a wrestling event. We got AEW Dynamite tonight. Trust me, they need the ticket purchase because they're not getting people coming out to the shows. If you're going to SmackDown, if you're going to Raw, wherever you are, if you go on SeatGeek right now and you use the promo code JustAlex for any tickets, I can get you $20 off. I'm going to say that again. If you go on SeatGeek right now and you use the promo code JustAlex for any ticket purchases, I will get you $20 off. The link to it is down below. The code is JustAlex, no space. Try it out today. And by the way, let them know that Just Alex sent you. Let's talk about AJ Lee. Miss AJ Lee was the other big news, the big piece of news that people are going crazy over. Once again, from Wrestlevotes. Says it right here. The WWE is totally, I love this, totally on board with bringing AJ Lee back if she wants to come back. So, the last time I saw AJ Lee wrestle, this is just me. Maybe she's wrestled after this, but I think WrestleMania 31, right? WrestleMania 31 with Paige against the Bella Twins. That was in 2015. That's the last time I saw her wrestle. I haven't seen her wrestle or touch a wrestling ring since then. That was almost 10 years ago. Since then, she's been a happy wife, living a happy life with a millionaire. By the way, she's also a millionaire. So you got two very happy couples, two very happy people in a relationship, a couple, excuse me. And quite frankly, AJ Lee doesn't need to come back. Sorry, Sorry, fans. I know you love AJ Lee, but let's be real. She don't need this no more. She don't need us, and she's perfectly fine just being CM Punk's wife. That is the best possible place to be if you're AJ Lee. No longer a slave to this screwed up business. You don't have to worry about traveling, the hours, working with people you don't even like and pretending to like them, shaking their hands. And what I love about AJ Lee, even when she was working with WWE, I just kind of feel like, again, this is just how I feel. Most of the time, she didn't even hide that she didn't like these women. She let them know, hey, I'm just here to do what I do. Don't get in my way, right? AJ Lee doesn't need WWE. If anything, the WWE needs AJ Lee. Do I see her coming back? Let's get to that question. So while I don't see Brock Lesnar coming back anytime soon, again, never say never. They could have worked something out with Brock to where he does return. And if it happens, sweet, bring him back to put over talent, and I'm happy. With AJ Lee, not only do I think she's coming back, I'm going to call it right now. I'll be the first one to call it. I think AJ Lee will be a surprise entrant in next year's Royal Rumble. Am I the only one? Am I the only one? I think I'm going to call it. I'm going to stick to it. I think AJ Lee returns at the Royal Rumble, and I would love for her to have one match. To have one match before she retires. I don't think she's coming back full time. I think she only, for me, only wants to do it just to put a stamp on her career, just to say that, you know what, thank you all so much for supporting me. I'm just coming back for one last run, and then I'm a dip. By the way, shout out to Elias Adimi, by the way, also one of my moderators from the Mod Squad, who has been a member for 4 months straight. I appreciate the support, sir. I appreciate that. But yeah, I would bring back AJ Lee, have her into the Women's Royal Rumble, and if I'm booking it, I would have her get eliminated by Becky Lynch. Now, you also know around WrestleMania time, that probably means we'll get the return of a lot of talent. This includes Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch. I'm bringing Becky back to eliminate AJ Lee, and I'm setting up a match immediately with AJ Lee and Becky Lynch, because that coincides with the eventual feud between Seth Rollins and CM Punk. Screw it. It's easy. So night 1, you do AJ and Becky. Night 2, you do Seth and CM Punk. Awesome feud. But love to see how that works out. And by the way, I'm not even saying this is the only thing AJ could do. Now, at the end of the day, it's all up to AJ Lee. For all we know, all this talk about her coming back, she probably doesn't even want to touch that ring. But I would think, because the name is out there, people are constantly talking about her. They're probably going up to her. No, they're not probably. They are going up to her at signings, asking her, when are you going to return? When are you going to return? She hasn't told them never. She's still leaving it open. She's still keeping it possible. And like I told you, if it's possible, it's going to happen. If it's possible, it's going to happen. So something tells me we are indeed going to get AJ Lee coming into WWE for one last run. What that run is, it could be short, it could be long, I don't know. If it's short, Rumble, eliminated by Becky, one match at WrestleMania 41, Hall of Fame. Call it a day. Wrap it up. And personally, I would have AJ beat Becky. Have AJ beat Becky at WrestleMania, and that's it. That's the end of her career. Hall of Fame. What a match that would be, by the way. And that would be a great feud for Becky. Give her something to do. But let's just say AJ Lee wants to come back and have a run. She doesn't want to just stop at WrestleMania. She wants to actually come back and contribute. And maybe when I say run, they're doing the John Cena thing where she's coming back for 1 year. Sweet. Come back, I say, put her on SmackDown, give her a championship. If AJ Lee is here full-time like CM Punk for, well, maybe not full-time, but she's here often, give her a championship. And have her feud with everybody. Have her feud with Bayley. Have her feud with Naomi. Even Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton. And then, oh my goodness, she's got to feud with Roxanne Perez. You better not have AJ Lee come back full time and pass up a feud with Roxanne Perez. Her literal twin sister, not really, but in terms of like the wrestling bubble, they're exactly almost twin sisters. You gotta do her and Roxanne Perez. I would love to see her and Cora Jade as well, but more so Roxanne Perez because Roxanne is better than Cora. Did I piss anybody off by saying that? Do we agree? Do we agree that Roxanne is like 100 times better than Cora Jade? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's what I would do if she's here full time. Do I see her coming back full time? No. I think if she does come back, it's a one-off. One-off, Rumble appearance. See, even a WrestleMania match is asking for too much. She'll probably come back, do the Rumble, and then that's it. But I do think if the idea is for her to close out her career, come back, do the Rumble, do Becky and her at WrestleMania, and then that'll be it. I see that happening. We'll have to see what they do, but again, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling it. I'm sticking by it. AJ Lee enters the Royal Rumble. That is my biggest pretension. That is almost a lock. A massive lock. Now watch it happen. And you'll get Fightful Select, well, WWE says that they have not been in talks with AJ. Of course they're going to say that. Why would they tell anybody who they're in talks with? I love y'all. But I think there are times where people get too invested in what these news reports are saying. They're only going to report what they know. And see, WWE is very good at just keeping things a secret. Let me be sure I sound good, by the way. Yeah, I sound great. They're not going to tell them everything. They're going to keep things behind closed doors, close to the chest. Guess one thing that I wouldn't reveal? AJ Lee. Honestly, Brock Lesnar too. If Sean Ross Sapp came up to me, so is Brock Lesnar coming back? We'll be like, probably not. You know, he's kind of involved with that Vince McMahon thing. When in reality, yeah, he's coming back at the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? Yeah, they asked me about CM Punk coming back last year. I'd be like, we ain't talking to Punk. We haven't talked to Punk. We haven't at all discussed what happened to Punk. And then wait to the week of Survivor Series and the day of to sign CM Punk. Did we lie to him? No. We just didn't tell them we had plans to bring him in. Like I said would happen. The moment CM Punk got fired from AEW, I said, don't think that the WWE would not bring him in. So I'm telling you right now, never say never. Don't think they won't bring back AJ Lee, and don't you even think about thinking they're not interested in bringing back Brock Lesnar. The likelihood of him returning right now is out the window until this Vince McMahon and Janelle Grant situation closes. Once Vince is in jail and they can absolve Brock from anything involving Vince, best believe they will bring him back immediately. Not immediately, immediately. Spell that. Immediate. How did I spell that? Immediately. Someone just asked me to review NXT. I'm not reviewing a show that's developmental. I'm not doing it. Sorry. Well, I mean, you gotta get over NXT Black and Gold. No, I'm not gonna get over NXT Black and Gold because NXT Black and Gold set the standard. Sorry, I'm not going to do a review on a show that I already know I'm probably not gonna like as much. I'll just wait till they get called up to the main roster. How about that? And I love Shawn Michaels, but I also know what Shawn Michaels is dealing with. All right, so that's essentially my thoughts. I just wanted to come up here to give you guys my takes on Brock and AJ. To summarize, never say never. Anything is possible, but you'll more than likely see AJ Lee back in WWE first, then you'll see Brock Lesnar. Now watch me be completely wrong, and Brock returns at the Rumble, and AJ does it. Ladies and gentlemen, you now have the floor. I would like to get your thoughts on both of these lovely people coming in. Who do you see coming in? Do you see both of them coming in? Do you see one of them coming in? If only one, who? And how you feel about them coming in? Let me know. Also, give me your dream matches. If you have both come in, tell me which ones would you like to, what matches would you like to see them have? So we got Darcy Chatham here. Darcy Chatham saying Brock Lesnar versus Gunther. Brock Lesnar versus Chico Fought 2. AJ Lee versus Roxanne Perez. AJ Lee versus Becky Lynch. So essentially matches that I've already laid out. We got great taste. We both got great taste, man. Taron Jones first wanted to give me his opinion, saying Lesnar is more likely than AJ, but I would love to see both. Well, Mr. Taron Jones, thank you for that viewpoint, but we totally disagree. I do not see Brock coming in before AJ. Ultra Shadow, get over NXT Black and Gold. 2.0 fans who never watched Black and Gold. Facts. Say it louder for the people in the back, sir. As I hold that face, sir. Anyways, I need some water. Let me get some water in my system. Mr. John Anderson, would you prefer Cody and Rock at night 1 and Rock and Roman at night 2? Interesting. Now, I'm assuming the winner of night 1 goes on to fight Roman at night 2, right? Well, then The Rock would have to win night 1. Personally, I would rather do Cody and Rock at Rumble, have Cody beat Rock then, and then potentially, hopefully, do Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. King Mike Todd's former Super Chat champion and YouTube member for 38 months. Sir, he says that the same reason my boy doesn't want to wrestle now, because he wants adult era back. Says wrestling now sucks. That's how I notice you treat NXT. I am not hating, but NXT is 10 times better than AEW right now. Well, NXT being better than AEW is not that hard. AEW is absolute garbage. The wrestling weekly television is unbearably bad. The pay-per-views can't be touched. AEW television, I agree with you, but the pay-per-views are like out of this world great. And I've been talking about that on my AEW reviews for the longest time now. But yeah, I'm sorry. Like NXT Black and Gold, not happening, sir. I'm not going to go watch a show that I know it's not going to be as good as that. Just because it's better than AEW now doesn't mean that, oh, well, I am obligated to go watch it. I'm doing y'all a favor by not watching it. Because if I watched it, I'm going to rant on some things that I shouldn't be ranting on. Because I'm going to hold it to the same standard as a Raw and SmackDown show. And we all know when it's developmental, Not every show is going to be great. And I'm sorry. I don't feel right. I don't feel right watching a show that I know is developmental. And see, now we got people insulting me. See, what's not going to make me do it is you telling me to grow up. That's just going to make me, for sure, not review the show at all. Don't insult me for where I stand. If you just can't accept the fact that, okay, NXT is just not for him, leave it alone. Now, you can keep being an asshole and get blocked. Matter of fact, Mod Squad, you see him, handle his business. Handle your business, Mod Squad. Who's here? Who's a mod? I think I saw Ultra Shout 97. We got Elias. By the way, I didn't give a shout out to my Mod Squad. I apologize for that. Please show your love to the Mod Squad. Ultra Shout 97 Fires are Heart. Elias Ademi. New Japan Pro Wrestling Go. Khalil does everything. Highway danger. And of course, Big MGM. Because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. But Mod Squad, when you see them coming out to me like that, handle your business. And boom, he's gone. Ultra Shout 97 blocked his ass. That's what you gotta do, man. Listen, if you want to talk to me, be respectful. You can agree or disagree, and I'm fine with that. But don't come in here trying to tell me what I need to review and how I need to review it. I'll review what I want to review, period. Shout out to Bobby Means, who donated $5. Says AJ Lee is more likely than Brock is at this point. To be honest, would be a sad way for Brock's career to end. The only way I see Brock is a Hall of Fame inductee. We'll see. We'll definitely see. Ultra Shadow said he put him in timeout. Oh no, sir. Put him in timeout for what? He's gonna come back in and still be a jerk. You were very nice about that. If I would have gotten to it, he'd be gone. And the reason why I block people, ladies and gentlemen, is because I don't got time for stupidity. I just don't. When I say stupid, I mean people who know what they're doing is wrong, but choose to do it anyways. I don't got time for it. You already know I am somebody that doesn't do disrespect. Period. If you're going to come at me with respect. And understand that Alyx has his takes. I want Alyx to review NXT. Okay, well, you know what? I'll do the PLEs, but I'm not doing the weekly shows. Just be okay with that. And if you're liking NXT reviews, who reviews NXT here on YouTube? I don't know who reviews NXT here on YouTube. That's a legit question. Y'all let me know. Well, whoever is reviewing NXT, y'all go handle that. Y'all go watch them. Well, let me know who's reviewing them and I'll plug them. How about that? If you are somebody that does wrestling YouTube reviews and you just so happen to be reviewing NXT and be in this chat, let me know and I'll plug you. See, Ultra Shout 97, my man. Yeah, you right. I was being too nice. I blocked him. Thank you. I don't got time for stupid people. Sorry, I know this is a safe space for wrestling fans like you, but the reason why it's a safe space is because I get rid of the stupid people. And I keep it cordial and understandable. Let me get back to this one question, or just this take by King Mike Tots. King Mike Todd says, AEW pay-per-views are good. I don't disagree with you. I agree with 100% and still think NXT pay-per-views is better than the main roster pay-per-views, though. The PLEs? We might have a different take on that, but we'll see. I might have to see what the next PLE is going to look like. Let's see. Where are we? Luis Gamer 639. Hey Alyx, how are we feeling after Wrestle Dream? I felt like it was one of AEW's most solid pay-per-views this year. Yeah, AEW is killing it when it comes to pay-per-view quality. This year in particular. This might be their best string of pay-per-views ever. Ever. It sucks that their weekly shows are garbage. So, like, what's the point? What's the point of having the greatest pay-per-views of all time when your weekly shows are dog shit? What do you do with that? What do you do with that? Why are we talking about the Keita Lyons? I know, she came back, right? Sure. Maybe that'll be a reason I watch. The thickness. Y'all want to talk about thickness, though. You got Lola Vice, Lola. And you also got Miss Parker, Jada Parker. Those women are thick. You got some other women in there, too. Shawn Michaels got a type. HBK got him a type, and I respect it, sir. I see what you're doing. But they're also, they have potential. They're not just there for looks. Some of them are. Be real. Be real. Some of them are. But you got those who are genuinely trying to be more than just looks. You're never going to outdo a Roxanne Perez, though. Roxanne is better than some of the girls on the main roster right now. She should definitely go ahead and be called up. But I guess you need her because she might be the best thing they got. But I'm talking about girls like Sol Ruka. Sol Ruka? Oh, that, what is it? Backflip, somersault, cutter. What does she call that? That finisher that she does is so goddamn good. I love it. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with having some type of, sex appeal here and there. Couldn't hurt. King Mike Todd, some of the pay-per-views in between WrestleMania and SummerSlam felt like filler. Bad Blood was a one-match show with Rock appearance. Yeah, you're not lying. Honestly, King Mike Todd's, I'm gonna be real with you. I think that coincides with Cody as champion. Like I've been telling people, I think Cody winning at WrestleMania was an excellent moment. It's gonna go down in history as a feel-good moment. It was the Return of the Jedi finish to the Empire Strikes Back ending of WrestleMania 39. So, like, New Hope was WrestleMania 38. Empire Strikes Back was WrestleMania 39. And then, of course, Return of the Jedi was WrestleMania 40. But now that the trilogy has finished, there hasn't been much of a story to talk about with Cody afterwards. He hasn't been all that interesting to me. He just hasn't. Again, y'all can disagree with me, and I'm fine with that. But Cody is not someone that I see as an entertaining world champion long term. What we got here? Is it Kevlar? Kevlar Ace. Sorry for going off subject, but dude, you look like the streamer on Twitch called YXL Plug. Who's that? Is he a very popular streamer? Does he have a lot of followers? Maybe I'll pass off as him. Is he controversial though? I don't know. I don't know who that is. JJ Bulldog. JJ, who let the dogs out? Woo. Do you think Brock will come back at the Royal Rumble? Already talked about that. More than likely, no, but never say never. If he's still involved with his Vince McMahon lawsuit, no. No. SD Kai, Cody is an amazing chaser, but an okay champion. Boom. Boom. Simple as that. King Mike Todd says he's an ass. As in, like, King Mike Todd says he's not a nice person. He says, I would have Cody lose the belt at the Raw after WrestleMania and then turn him heel. Ew. Even I wouldn't have done that. You're right. That's an ass move. I would have at least had Cody go until SummerSlam and lose the belt. But yeah, you're right. He's not a great champion. Not a great world champion holder. Phoenix Remix. Since SummerSlam is going to be in New Jersey next year, can we see Liv Morgan versus AJ Lee? I mean, if AJ Lee comes back for a full-time run, you gotta do her. And look, you gotta do her and Liv Morgan. You got to. Speaking of Kofi Kingston, I miss his Jamaican persona. Jamaica me crazy, man. I miss him too. I'm sorry, but when he broke character in that DX segment, that shit was hilarious. Triple H, aren't you supposed to be Jamaican? King Tyler. Well, that's literally what he said. He said, well, what's good, man? What you doing? A Kevlar Ace. He's your twin, young kid. Well, thank you, sir. Well, I appreciate that. Extreme Sonic the King. Thoughts on Jay White versus Christian Cage tonight? I got none. I don't care. I just don't. Look, I'm happy Jay White is back. He's a babyface, and they're giving him some wins because they're trying to build him up to be a world champion. He's currently in a feud with Hangman Page, so let's see where that goes. Maybe I'll fall in love with him, and then I'll be like, give him the belt. But I'm not interested in Jay White versus Christian Cage. No heat, no build-up. You would think you would definitely do something with Hangman Page and Jay White, but what do I know? Right? Like, what do I know? What do we know? We don't know what we're talking about. A couple more, then I'm going to get out of here. Cody is lucky The Rock and Roman is there. The Rock and Roman made Cody's moment even better. So you're 100% right. How would I feel about Punk and AJ versus Liv and Dom? Ooh, CM Punk and Dominic Mysterio feud. That might work. I think I might be okay with that. We got to give Dom a championship or something. But I think I might buy that. I'm good with it. Are y'all? All right, last one. We'll do one more, then I'm going to get out of here. Who in NXT do you see having the potential of being the face of NXT, of the NXT brand? And who do you see getting called up soon, men and women? That's a big question. And a good one. So, without question, the face of NXT needs to be the ruler. Obafemi. Obafemi. Are you kidding me? Hell, I would call Obafemi up. Make him the new Brock Lesnar. But yeah, Obafemi should be the face of NXT. When he wins that championship, no one should beat him for it. He should retire or get called up as champion. Obafemi, without question. In terms of call-ups, Roxanne Perez is at the top of that list. Call her up. Trick Williams, sure. Call him up. Ethan Page, sure. Call him up. Is that it? What's their names? Axiom and Frazier, whatever the hell their name is, them, that tag team, call them up. Have them fight the Motor City Machine Guns. Motor City. I don't watch enough NXT. I want to call up Lola Vice and Jada Parker, but I think it's too soon for them. So let's leave them down there for one more year. I think Jada and or Lola Vice should be NXT Women's Champion before they get called up. Let me see. Someone said Chase U. Chase U? I don't think Chase U is a main roster gimmick. I think that's specifically for NXT. Faxium. They're calling it Faxium. Okay. Well, that name is stupid. Don't call them Faxium. Just call them Axiom and Frazier. That's fine. Faxium? The hell? Let me see. I really don't know because I don't watch a lot of NXT. But that's what I would do to answer your question. All right, y'all. I love y'all so much for being a part of this awesome live stream. If you want more of me, you gotta tune into my AEW review later on tonight. We'll be here live for AEW, so be sure you tune in for that one. I have no idea what the hell they're doing. I have no idea what to even call my live stream. It might just be AEW, what are you doing? That'll be the name of the live stream. AEW, what are you doing? Because this is some bull. But we'll see what they do. But tune in for that. Someone said, what about Wesley? Is he ready? Now, Wesley in a tag team with what's his name that's on TNA, sure, but Wesley by himself? I don't know about that, Chief. Tell you what. If Joe Hendry was a free agent, I'm calling him up to the main roster. So if they're not as good as Joe Hendry, we're not calling them up. He's the standard. Joe Hendry is the standard. Someone said, can we go a little longer? No, we're not going a little longer. I need to go get ready for my actual live stream. And I also need to eat because I haven't eaten yet. So if you want more of me, just tune into my live stream for AEW later on tonight. Sounds great? Sweet. So thank you all so much for being here. As you file out, do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cashapp, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. A place like this was and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out of here. Peace out.